Hello there, I'm Bella and I'm here to teach about management. It seems you've been hearing a lot lately about management. So today let's learn about basic management. I'm betting that you already have a lot of experience with organizations, teams, and leadership. You've been through schools and clubs, participated in social or religious groups, competed in sports or games, or taken on full or part-time jobs. Some of your experience was probably pretty positive, but you were also likely wondering sometimes, isn't there a better way to do this? After watching this video, we hope that you find the answer to be yes. While management is both art too and science, with our help you can identify and develop the skills essential to better managing your behaviors where organizations are concerned. Before getting ahead of ourselves, just what is management, let alone principles of management? A manager's primary challenge is to solve problems creatively, and you should view management as the art of getting things done through the efforts of other people. Managers are required in all the activities of organizations: budgeting, designing, selling, creating, financing, accounting, and artistic presentation. The larger the organization, the more managers are needed. If you are studying business administration, this is a core knowledge no matter which major you are taking. Now that we have a wider idea of what management is, let's answer the question: who are the managers? We tend to think about managers based on their position in an organization. This tells us a bit about their role and the nature of their responsibilities. Let's start with top-level managers. These are executives at the highest level of an organization, such as CEOs or Chief Executive Officers, CFOs or Chief Financial Officers, and COOs or Chief Operating Officers. They are responsible for making strategic decisions and setting the overall direction of the company. Next is middle-level managers. This group includes roles such as department heads, regional managers, and divisional managers. They are responsible for implementing the policies and strategies set by top-level management and often manage specific departments or functions. The next is frontline managers or the first-line managers. These managers, sometimes called supervisors or team leaders, oversee the day-to-day operations of a team or a specific work group. They are responsible for ensuring that the team meets its goals and objectives. Another are project managers in organizations that undertake projects. Project managers are responsible for planning, executing, and closing projects. They coordinate resources, manage timelines, and ensure that projects are completed successfully. Let's also not forget about functional managers. These managers oversee specific functions within an organization, such as marketing, finance, human resources, or operations. They ensure that their respective departments contribute to the overall success of the organization. Lastly, general managers. In smaller organizations or business units, a general manager may oversee various functions, taking on a broader role than a functional manager. Based from this information, there are two kinds of management that we follow. Traditional and contemporary management represent different approaches to organizing, leading, and controlling an organization, and both have different characteristics. Let's start with traditional management. Traditional management is often characterized by a strict hierarchical structure with clear lines of authority. Decision-making typically flows from the top down. Traditional management refers to a historical approach to organizing and overseeing business operations. This management style was prevalent in the early to mid-20th century and is characterized by certain key features as follows: hierarchy and authority, centralized decision-making, bureaucratic processes, task-oriented, and limited employee involvement. Hierarchy and authority. It is characterized by a strict hierarchical structure with clear lines of authority. Decision-making typically flows from the top down, and the leadership style is commonly authoritarian leadership where decisions are made at the top and subordinates are expected to follow orders. The decision-making style is centralized. Decisions are usually made at the top levels of the organization, and there is limited delegation of decision-making authority, and communication tends to be formal and follows established channel. The bureaucratic processes is often relying on formal rules, procedures, and policies. Bureaucratic structures are common. The structure can be rigid, making it challenging to adapt to change quickly. Task orientation is more focused on tasks efficiency and achieving specific objectives, and the role of employees may have clearly defined roles and responsibilities. Employee involvement is limited, and employees may have limited input in decision-making processes. Motivation may come from external factors, such as rewards or punishments. It's important to note that while traditional management was prevalent in the past, modern organizations have increasingly moved towards more contemporary management styles. These contemporary approaches often emphasize flexibility, collaboration, employee engagement, and adaptability to a rapidly changing business environment. The next is contemporary management, which refers to the modern approaches and practices that have evolved to address the complexities and challenges of the present-day business environment. This management style contrasts with traditional management and reflects the dynamic nature of today's organizations and is characterized by certain key features as follows: flatter organizational structures, agile and adaptive, people-centric, collaboration and teamwork, continuous learning and improvement. Flatter organizational structures means fewer hierarchical levels. Team-based and matrix structures are more common, and leadership style is transformational and participative leadership styles are often emphasized. Agile and adaptive, meaning organizations are more adaptive to change and may use agile methodologies. Flexibility is a key characteristic and also encouragement of innovation and creative problem solving. People-centric, which focuses more on the well-being and development of employees. Employee engagement and satisfaction are key metrics. Employees are often empowered to take initiative and contribute ideas. Collaboration and teamwork makes greater emphasis on collaboration and teamwork. Cross-functional teams are common. Open and collaborative communication is encouraged. Continuous learning and improvement emphasizes on continuous learning and improvement. Learning organizations promote ongoing development. Willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. Contemporary management recognizes the need for organizations to be nimble, responsive, and people-focused in an ever-changing global business landscape. As a result, it emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, innovation, and a strong focus on developing and engaging the workforce. Now that we answered the question, who are the managers and two types of management? Let's learn about their roles. But what does role mean? In the context of management, a role refers to the specific set of responsibilities, tasks, and expectations associated with a particular position or function within an organization. Managers play various roles to ensure the effective functioning of the organization and the achievement of its goals. Henry Mintzberg, a management theorist, identified 10 specific roles that managers typically perform, which are categorized into 3 groups: interpersonal, informational, and decisional roles. First is interpersonal roles. This category covers behaviors and responsibilities related to interactions with employees and other stakeholders. Through these interactions, the manager can achieve organizational goals. The managerial roles included in this category are figurehead, leader, and liaison. Figurehead role is responsible for symbolic representation of the organization in ceremonial duties. Leader role is responsible for providing guidance and direction to subordinates, motivating and developing the team. Liaison role is responsible for building and maintaining relationships with external entities and organizations. Second is informational roles, which is divided into 3: monitor role, disseminator role, and spokesperson role. Monitor role is responsible for collecting and disseminating information about the external environment and internal activities. Disseminator role is responsible for distributing information, policies, and decisions to team members. Spokesperson role is responsible for representing the organization to external parties, communicating its policies and decisions. Third is decisional roles. This category describes a manager's responsibility to use the information they gain to form business and strategic decisions. The managerial roles included in this category are entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, and negotiator. Entrepreneur role is responsible for initiating and overseeing innovation and change within the organization. Disturbance handler role is responsible for addressing conflicts and crises within the organization. Resource allocator role is responsible for allocating resources, financial, human, and technological, based on organizational priorities. Negotiator role is responsible for engaging in negotiations on behalf of the organization with external parties. Roles in management are not limited to Mintzberg's framework. They can vary based on the level of management, top, middle, or frontline, and the specific industry or organizational structure. Managers often wear multiple hats, moving between roles depending on the situation and organizational needs. In essence, the roles of managers encompass a diverse set of activities aimed at achieving organizational objectives, facilitating effective communication, managing resources, and responding to challenges and opportunities in the business environment. The ability to fulfill these roles effectively contributes to the overall success of the organization. This is just an introduction to management. Next time I will teach you more about leadership, entrepreneurship, and strategy. Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling economic, social, and environmental performance, and more. So stay tuned on the Business Talk for more updates. We will provide you the business knowledge you need without going into college, or when you need to review your basics. See you next time.